Title: My wife announced, "I don't believe in monogamy anymore. I'm sleeping with other guys." I said, "Good for you." Then I took her older sister out for dinner. When she saw us holding hands at the bar, her freedom suddenly had rules. I was slicing lemons when she said it. Casual, cheerful, like she was announcing she'd switched to oat milk. "I don't believe in monogamy anymore. I'm sleeping with other guys." The knife didn't shake, my hands didn't stop. I looked at her and smiled. Good for you. That's where this really began. We had built something once. Real, or what I thought was real. Late-night talks, bare feet on cold kitchen tiles, her head on my chest while rain hit the windows like thrown stones. I remembered the way she used to look at me, like I was safety, like I was chosen. Her older sister used to watch us from across the room at family dinners. Quiet, sharp eyes, a woman who spoke less and noticed more. We never really talked back then, just nods, polite smiles, distance. She was never warm. She was honest. That mattered later. The signs started long before the confession. Phone flipped face down, showers lasting too long, scents that weren't hers. I didn't confront her. I observed. I mapped patterns. Gym visits that didn't align with her schedule. Uber rides she forgot to delete. Names saved as pizza places that were clearly men. The moment I stopped loving her was quiet, not dramatic. It was the night I saw her reflection in a dark screen, smiling at a phone that wasn't mine. That's when pain became planning. She thought freedom meant chaos. I turned it into a system. New bank account, copies of statements, screenshots archived to cloud storage she didn't know existed. I visited a lawyer in another part of town, paid cash, listened quietly. "Document everything," he said. I was already weeks ahead. I hired a private investigator not because I needed proof, but because I wanted precision. Addresses, times, hotels with mirrored ceilings. I kept printing the photos, not to hurt, to prepare. Then I remembered her sister. Her name sat in my mind like a locked door. I found her number the old-fashioned way, family contact file, shared cloud, 3 taps. I didn't flirt, I didn't lie, I invited her to dinner. She said yes immediately. That should have warned me. It didn't. The restaurant was dim and expensive without trying too hard. Jazz in the background, low lights, dark corners. She watched me the way surgeons watch open skin. No pity, no shock, just interest. I told her everything, not with emotion, with facts, dates, names, rooms. She took a slow sip of wine. "So," she said, "you're going to war." I nodded. She smiled for the first time. I hate seeing stupid women think they're clever. From that night, we became aligned. Not lovers at first, strategists. She taught me how to sit still when angry, how to wait, how to let people hang themselves with their own rope. Somewhere between silence and shared cigarettes on a balcony, her hand brushed mine. Neither of us pulled away. The night of the bar wasn't accidental. It was scheduled. She was supposed to be on a date. I knew where. I had the address. I had the time. So did her sister. We walked into the bar like we owned the air. Low lights, sticky floors, bass vibrating the glasses. We sat at the bar, close enough to touch, close enough to be seen. Her fingers slid into mine, soft, deliberate. That's when my wife saw us. Her drink froze halfway to her lips. The man beside her went quiet. Her face collapsed. She approached slowly. "You can't do this," she whispered. I leaned closer to her. "You changed the rules." Her eyes moved to her sister. "Of all people?" she hissed. Her sister tilted her head. "You didn't own him anymore," she said calmly. "You announced it." The room felt hotter. Her version of freedom suddenly needed boundaries, and she had none to claim. But that wasn't the real climax. That came later. The papers were served on a Tuesday morning, public, at her workplace. I'd made sure of that. Photos attached, dates highlighted, transactions listed, evidence delivered like a eulogy. Her social circle fractured. Her parents saw everything. Her dates disappeared. She called me, cried, begged, screamed. I didn't raise my voice. I simply said, "You didn't want to belong to me. Now you don't get to touch me." Her sister stood beside me when the divorce finalized, not as a trophy, as a presence. Our hands brushed again. This time they stayed, not rushed, not stolen, chosen. I don't feel guilt. I feel clean. She wanted a world with no rules, no consequences, no loyalty. I gave it to her. And I took the only person in her life who saw the storm coming and waited quietly inside it with me. The funny thing about betrayal, it teaches you patience. It teaches you silence. It turns pain into architecture. She thought she was free. I showed her what freedom costs. And I walked away holding something real, not loud.